when it comes to finals experience, do you need it to win?
Very good question. Looking forward to tonight. Footy is no different to life, and this is footy replicating life. And as the saying goes, Jace, you can't put an old head on young shoulders. And for those playing at home, and for you in particular, Jace, because you may not know this saying, that's basically saying you can't replace experience. A little bit like in 1940 when you were learning to ride that penny farthing in the backyard of your mum and dad's house. You thought you'd done it. You thought that you'd nailed it. But it wasn't until a decade later, into the 1950s, the mid-1950s, when you realised how to control that big front wheel. That is when you learnt it, because it was based off the experience. We always talk about finals and how they're different and how it's really hard to understand it until you live through that. You need to live through these experiences of finals before you can thrive in it and go on and have some success. Finals demands physical preparation, but more than that, this game, and finals in particular, demands the mental preparation, and you need that experience to be able to go on and do it. I go back through the history books, Jace. 1985, you played in your first grand final, and boy, did you have a stinker. 0 goals, and you lost the game. I thought, oh no, they're going to delist him on the spot, send him on the next train up to Queensland to go back with his mum and dad. But 12 months later, you bounce back off the previous experience, kick 6 goals in that winning premiership. Well done to you, Jace. The experience did it for you. That is the yes side of the debate. Over to the no.
Well, it's not just grand finals, we're talking finals experience in general, and we need to define it first and foremost. I mean, I don't think it's just 1 or 2 games. It's when you've played enough to be comfortable on the big stage, when you feel in control of what you're doing. Is it useful? Maybe. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. You want to talk about inventions? How many inventors stumbled upon something for the first time when it happened in the backyard? They didn't have the experience of what they were doing, mate. Great things can happen for the very first time. That's the wonder of life. Maybe it's just as simple as finding whatever motivation works for you. Now, if you've played there before, you might go in saying, we've got the experience, we can win this. But if I haven't got the experience, I'm going in saying, well, I've performed better than you this year. We go well head to head. We're in the best form of our careers. You use whatever it is to motivate yourself for the big game. Look at the Western Bulldogs. So they won it in 2016. Leading up to that, they finished 10th, 15th, 15th, 14th. Lost one final in 2015 and then won it in 2016. I mean, conversely, Geelong, last 9 years, they've made the final 7 times, finished top 4 in 5 of them. Haven't won. Where'd the experience get them? Where'd experience get you in St Kilda when you finished top 4 3 years in a row and gassed it every year?
Let's go back to 1985. You had a stinker in that grand final.
You know what you missed about 1985?
What's that?
My very first final. Kick 5.
Well, I read that, and why would I bring that up when we're having a debate? I want to talk about your grand final performance, which was a shocker.
Now, I'm glad you guys started to pipe up there. I want a bit more Trump and Biden, a bit more fierce vitriol between the both of you tonight.
I'll be Biden.
All right, I like it a lot. All right, finals experience, is it important or not? I like the cheap shots from both of you, but ultimately, footy imitating life. Del, I loved that line from you. You can't put an old head on young shoulders. Finals experience is what we want, and that is why round 1, over to you.
Thank you, Sarah.